Hi, I'm Kurt Patterson. Thanks for checking out engineering at James Madison University. It's a proven undergraduate experience that produces project-ready engineers for a whole range of professional next steps. I imagine you're pretty anxious about choosing a university. The good news there is the Wall Street Journal's already weighed in. It ranks JMU as the nation's #1 most recommended school for a whole host of reasons. I imagine you're still pretty anxious about which engineering program to choose, and I'd like to give you in the next few minutes some reasons to approach this dilemma a little differently. Now, one reason is the nature of work. An examination of our own alumni to date shows that they're in a new job every 23 months. Over the course of a few years, they're on to amazing new things as they move up through their company or to other companies that are completely different. And the way that they get there, I believe, is rooted in mindset. Now, there's many engineering programs that have been around for more than a century. Most of them developed in the 20th century, and many of them with a similar mindset, that you pursue a narrow area of engineering as an undergraduate, and then you get a job in those same areas. And the good news is there's a handful of programs that were started in the 21st century, and they have a very different mindset of preparing students in the universal skills and knowledge and talents and mindsets of engineering in the 21st century to prepare those graduates for a whole range of opportunities, those that are just emerging and those that will emerge in the coming decades. And we see that underscored by a whole host of reports. Let me share with you a few. In the fall, the World Economic Forum put out a report that highlighted the kinds of skills that professionals will need in the coming years. Not only technical savviness that most engineering students are going to have, but understanding of people, understanding of teams, understanding of how to lead, understanding how to make complex decisions, and of course, understanding how to be agile and adaptable to a very unpredictable world. The good news is JMU's engineering program was founded on those kind of principles. Back in 2005, the National Academy of Engineering put out this very visionary sounding report, The Engineer of 2020, and it laid out for higher education how to better prepare engineering students for this coming world. Again, not only technical preparedness is important, but also your ability to work on real teams, deliver things in a way that can be understood by others, understand a sense of business and of leadership and of ethics, and again, knowing how to respond in dynamic times. A report last year from Stanford, what was found to be important for the success of students is where can you go to school and be engaged. The same kind of theme showed up in a 2014 study by Gallup and Purdue University. In this case, they were looking at, for college graduates, what made them successful in life and in work. And so they surveyed tens of thousands of graduates and found two things are absolutely critical in your education during your university days. One is, did you learn through experiences? And two, did you have professors who care about you? I'd like to show you how all this comes together using one of our alum from our original graduating class in 2012. Tim Brooks graduated and took a job immediately at Skanska. He then got a promotion the next year, got a promotion the year after that, increasing responsibilities all at the same company. After 3 very successful years there, he decided to go to graduate school at Carnegie Mellon. From there, he moved on to Ford Motor Company. From there, he took a position at IBM, and for the first time in his career, had the same job for 2 years in a row. In 2019, he was promoted to offering manager, leading the design of software solutions for clients, and he's held that position now into 2020. Tim is an example of the kind of graduate you want to be, one who is nimble and agile, continues to learn, and blends together the best of understanding people with technical understanding to bring real solutions to real clients. It's the kind of preparation that David Epstein in his book Range suggests will be much more important going forward. An ability to work across domains and disciplines, to seek out new opportunities, and deliver high quality work regardless of your pursuit. Is that backdrop that I'd like to talk about JMU's engineering program and give you 4 quick reasons that separates our program from so many others around the country. The first is that we listen to industry. When we were building the program out in 2006 and launching in 2008, we created and launched one engineering degree program, a BS in engineering, that provides the universal talents, mindsets, skills that prepare our graduates to take on so many different pursuits. It also is important training to develop mindsets that are adaptive and agile to the many, many opportunities that are going to stream your way. Recently, I met up with 2 alum, Brianne and Nahum, both working at Microsoft in Dallas, and they underscored the difference between them and their peers from other engineering schools. They simply are a more adaptable engineer. We see that in our graduates, nearly 480 to date, and they've been employed at 416 companies and growing across a whole range of engineering industry. We see that in their job titles, almost 350 unique job titles amongst those alum. We see that in our alum who go to graduate school and have pursued more than 30 fields of study. A BS in engineering prepares you for so many possibilities downstream and does not inhibit you with this narrow identity and definition of who you are and what you can do. We also focus heavily on design. Our most recent ABET accreditation, the reviewers underscored the unique design experience that our students go through, 4 years of training in engineering design to prepare them for so many different careers. Of course, career readiness is one thing. Another reason to do this is simply where the work is going to be. One of the reasons at the back of your iPhone or other devices says designed in California, manufactured in China, is that the high valued work is the design work. It's the work that engineers are still being asked to do in this country and being compensated well for. It's not only what we cover in our program, but how we cover it that's critical. We know that projects are really important to engineering. It's how work gets done. It's how engineers learn throughout their career. And importantly, from educators, we know that learning by doing is the most impactful way to learn. We could put you in a lecture hall and you remember very little. You learn on a project and you remember it for life. We also know that relationships are absolutely critical. If you're going to work on projects, you need to work on a project team. We cap all of our classes at 25 students or fewer to develop those key relationships amongst our students, but importantly between faculty and students as well, as we're working side by side over several years. Through those experiences, you're not just developing a GPA, which beyond your own interest really isn't that important anymore. What you need to build up is a series of experiences built around the relationships you develop with your peers, with your faculty, with industry partners, and through that, an emerging professional identity is formed. It's through those relationships and reputation that future opportunities come from. If you're in big classes, you're not going to have much of a reputation. If you are in lectures, you're not going to develop a lot of relationships. The way you learn and the way you experience college education is absolutely critical. All this depends on mentors who are here for you, and that's exactly what we built at JMU's engineering program. An undergraduate-only experience. The faculty and staff we hire are here for our undergraduates and undergraduates only. There's no better way to illustrate that. I mentioned Brianne and Nahum at Microsoft, 2 of our alumni earlier. It wasn't just me who met up with them. Several of my colleagues were at the same conference, and we all got together for a few hours at a coffee shop to talk about life in and out of work and to reminisce, frankly, on what makes JMU's engineering program so special. So let me summarize this unique experience. JMU's engineering program is built around a BS in engineering. It prepares you for universal engineering tools, skills, and mindsets that you can deploy to all sorts of pursuits downstream. It'll prepare you for the jobs of tomorrow, those that are just emerging and those that are just being dreamed of. It's the best return on your tuition dollars, deep learning through experiences. And it's all founded upon a group of very caring mentors who are here for undergraduates and undergraduates only. Good luck with your college search. If you have any more questions about JMU's engineering program, I'd be happy to answer any of them.